Looking like new veneer. Sit tight. Okay, so let's have a look at how the cubby turned out. As you can see, I've already got rid of all the excess material that was on it, and yeah, I think she came out pretty good. You can see the clear lines, which in this case, because remember this isn't a true book match, this is to replicate that was done from factory. And like I said yesterday on the previous video, that the back of the cubby usually looked like it was done with leftover material. So yeah, from that point of view, obviously there's no varnish on it, so coloring and patterning and all that's completely off. Once she does have a varnish over, she is going to look brilliant. Okay, so let's move on over to the dashboard and see if we can get some veneer on that today. Okay, so fix that we made yesterday, that came out brilliant. I'm really happy with that. No issues there. Top side of the wood, really good. I've got a decent surface to get the new veneer on. The back of it, there is delamination on this rear layer. Water ingress on these dashes are a common thing. The British cars aren't known for their, how can we put this? They're not known for being the driest vehicles inside. So the dashes do get wet and you do get separation. And that was the main cause here. Water running down from the window onto the dashboard and in behind the wood, and then it delaminates. We will sort that out when we do the varnish. I'm going to do the back of the dashboard as well to prevent something like this from happening in future. Just to seal up the wood, just to protect the wood and make sure that there's no further damage that can occur over time. Hopefully this is the last time this car will ever see a dash rebuild. Towards the driver's side of the car, or right hand side of the car, really nothing there to say. It's all good, wood is solid, no issues there. Next issue we need to look at now is we need to obviously start looking at getting veneer on this face. Now the problem that I have is the veneer that I've got is slightly narrower than what the actual dashboard is. So I need to decide whether I do a solid strip down the middle and bookmark the edges, which is a lot more work, but it could look better. The other option is to use two pieces of veneer, book match them down the middle, and have a seam running down the middle of the dash, which I'm not really too keen on. So I'm thinking what I first want to do is get a piece of veneer up on it and then see if we can book match this upper sections and then this lower drops, if we can get some form of a book match in there. So I'm just going to go get some veneer and then we'll sort that out. Okay, so what I've decided to do is to do the book match on the bottom where you've got these little bits that hang off here. None of this dash is hidden behind any trim, so we're going to have to be very careful with the book match on this because it will be visible and somebody that knows how to look at wood will see it. And the reason why I'm doing that is I think it's going to look better doing it this way than having a book match down the middle of the dash, for the simple reason it's going to look like a cupboard door. So I don't want to have that too visible. So by doing this in the bottom sections, I might be able to get away with hiding it, but it does mean that the book match on this dashboard will have to be on par. It's going to have to be picture perfect. So let's have a look and see what we can do. Okay, so with having the masking tape or painter's tape on the veneer, I've actually created a hinge situation here, which effectively stops the veneer, the two pieces of veneer moving in different directions, but it also allows me to give it a decent edge between the two. This will have to be, well, we'll have to be very careful with this one. It's really easy to get this extremely wrong. Fortunately, it's effectively now it's one big piece, but when I'm done it will be 2 smaller pieces. So I'm actually considering, I've marked out with pencil, I don't think it's going to show up on camera, but I've actually marked out where I need the seam to run. So I'm actually thinking of separating the 2 pieces so that I work with each side individually instead of trying to book match one long piece, which is going to be a lot more complex. So yeah, I think that's going to be the better way of doing it. Okay, so this side went relatively easy. We've actually got a really nice book match there, so I'm pretty stoked with that. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Still got one side to do, so I don't want to get too cocky. Okay, so we've now got glue on it. Got it in place, locked it in. Basically all that's left now is just to clamp it down, and then she needs to sit and dry, and then we'll have a look at what she looks like when we're done. Okay, so glue is set for the most part. Dry enough to handle, not dry enough to do any paint work on it. Now it will need to sit for a day or two to dry out completely. Then we can start doing the varnishing work. But I'm really happy with it so far. I think it came out really nicely. And yeah, so like I said, next step would now be varnish, and that will start in the next video. So thanks for watching. Hope there was some good tips in here. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and as always, please leave a comment and let us know what you think. Until next time, cheers.